Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nadzri bin Damiri and I am from AS 2552A. So today I would like to explain about the topic of my case study, which is Wood Buffalo National Park. So firstly, we can take a look on the background information of the park. Actually, the Wood Buffalo National Park was established in 1922 in order to save the species' only remaining population of wood bison. From 1925 to 1928, about 6,000 plain bison were transported into the park, where they mated with the estimated 1,500 wood bison that were still alive. Furthermore, the Wood Buffalo National Park is an amazing example of continuous ecological and biological processes, and it is one of the largest remaining untouched grass and sedge meadows. Besides that, it supports the biggest herd of wood bison in the world, which is threatened species. The Peace Athabasca Delta and the Whooping Crane nesting region were protected by wood buffalo according to the IUCN in 1982. With 4.5 million hectares of woodland, grasslands including most of the Peace Athabasca Delta, Wood Buffalo National Park spans the border between the Northwest Territories and the province of Alberta. Because of the park size, it is possible to preserve complete ecosystems as well as the environmental characteristics that give the area its outstanding universal value. So next is conflict. So the natural integrity of the park is being threatened by a multitude of outside activities such as logging, pulp mills and hydropower dams, which have led to dispute between development interests, environmentalists and also the native population. In addition, there have been plans to exterminate the infected bison in the park due to worries that they may spread the disease to domestic cattle and other neighboring bison herds, but the ideas that have been opposed by many groups. Additionally, the fact that clear-cut logging has been allowed in a certain area of the park since the 1950s. Research on the potential cumulative effect of these activities is lacking, and there is little cooperation among the several entities with jurisdiction in the affected area. Threats highlight the need for improved science and regional planning in order to manage the area on an ecosystem basis and prevent pointless conflict. So next we move on to the conflict resolution. So firstly, we have integration into regional and national planning system. So in this case, the disease-free herd in the McKenzie Bison Sanctuary will continue to be separated from the park by this barrier to the north. To find out more about the impacts of predators, disease and habitat change on the population dynamics and sustainability of park bison, it will sponsor a 5-year program of bison ecology study. The result of this study and the information already available will be used to create a long-term bison management program to control or eradicate the disease. Therefore, the Canadian Nature Federations and other conservation organizations' viewpoint during the panel's hearing was considered to be credible. Even the coordination appears to be poor between the national park and sub-national level protected area, some which are next to the property. So next is sustainable finance. In this method, the discussion about the science behind the problem will be discussed more carefully while meeting together with environmentalists and indigenous people. They will underline the crucial role that multi-stakeholder approach played in easing and resolving the conflict that characterized in the early stages of these issues. So the early implementation of the Wood Buffalo Action Plan will be funded with $27.5 million by the Canadian government in 2018. So the action plan must still be fully funded, so that the site long-term financial stability is still a source of some concern. Last but not least is a relationship with local people. So the 2010 management plan recognized the need to strengthen the system for including locals, especially First Nation and Métis, which is Western Canadian, in park development and management. So the significant progress has been done with bringing people together to discuss pressing concerns and develop solutions. And then Government of Canada and Alberta and also several indigenous groups signed a memorandum of understanding in support of 3-year program relating to ecosystem management of the Peace Athabasca Delta. So in a nutshell, I think the Wood Buffalo National Park is well protected and managed, but there is still much potential for improvement in a variety of concerned areas. So the new action plan for National Park makes with strengthening indigenous partnerships as a central topic, which suggests that coordination and collaboration with First Nations and Métis people in governance are getting better. So I think that's all for now. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.